If you've been on TikTok recently, you've probably seen videos with hashtags like hashtag free Palestine or hashtag save Palestine. Some of these videos are heartfelt, they're informative, and genuinely aim to raise awareness about ongoing struggles in Palestine, but others, a completely different story. I'm talking about TikTokers who use the Palestinian crisis as a backdrop for their dances, lip syncs, or clickbait content to rack up views, likes, and even profit. You've seen them, videos where the message feels performative, or worse, where the crisis is just a trendy hashtag to boost their algorithm. So why is this a problem? Let's get into it. First off, let's be extremely clear. The situation in Palestine is a real humanitarian crisis. It is not a trend, it is not a vibe, it is not a way to go viral. Here is why using it for clout is absolutely fucking damaging. Yes, this is the same outfit as the last video. Yes, I'm filming it 2 minutes after I filmed that one. Do you have a problem with it? Anyways, I have come across recently, I say I've come across, people have tagged me in it a bajillion trillion times, a very concerning rabbit hole on TikTok. And this rabbit hole centers around the conflict currently between Israel and Palestine. And if you know anything about that situation, it is not the kind of situation you want to hear drama about. You know, it's not the kind of topic that you want to go down a rabbit hole and find out problematic creators and TikToks about, right? So recently I had a lot of people tagging me in a specific account on TikTok where they posted videos donating proceeds from their store to victims and charities in Palestine. They sell these shirts. This is the only thing that they have in the store. Like, that's it. That is what they sell. That is what they make. That's it. They say in every stitch of these shirts that they make is love and care for people of Palestine. I just want to be extremely clear. They do not make these shirts. Any video they have of sewing in a little sewing machine, not theirs. Completely stolen. They do not make these shirts. They are directly dropshipped from AliExpress. Specifically, this listing. I'm just going to read their website to you really quick. It says, Palestino Drip is more than just a clothing brand. It is a movement rooted in purpose. While we take pride in our bold, meaningful designs and staying in tune with what our community loves to wear, our mission goes far deeper than fashion. Every sale we make helps fuel something bigger. Real aid for those in need. A portion of our profits is directly donated to trusted world-leading Palestinian charities, including Islamic Relief, and others that are actively supporting those affected by war, displacement, and injustice. Okay, like, it doesn't sound horrible, right? Look good, stand proud, give back is their motto. Sounds great. Like, it genuinely sounds like an amazing, amazing thing. So I brushed it off. I didn't really watch them because I was like, even if they are dropshipping, I don't really see an issue with the process as long as there is money coming from this whole scheme and going towards victims in Gaza. People who need money, people who need food. I don't give a fuck. I'm going to turn a blind eye. You can scam customers, you can scam random Americans as long as you are taking some of that money and sending it to victims in Gaza, right? But when I actually clicked on this account, I was confused. I was concerned because it very quickly appeared to me that no money can be traced to actually going towards people in Gaza. A repeating theme in their TikTok videos is the quote that one jersey is a potential life saved, or one jersey equals one meal for a Palestinian. For every sale we make, we donate to charities. And then I scrolled a little bit further, right? I keep scrolling down this account and I see videos of victims. I see videos of families, children, mothers, crying, starving, begging for help. I'm just gonna put this on the screen. And I'm not going to speak, right? You just need to view this and feel your immediate feelings, right? Because they are 100% valid when you see this video.
Ignore anyone who is watching this video without helping us and sharing it. My little brother got hit in the arm yesterday, yet there is no support. My siblings are forced to eat sand, but a brand named Palestino Drip is trying to help us.
This is the normal, unfortunately, type of content you will see from charities and such on TikTok because they need to tug at people's heartstrings to receive what they really fucking need. They need to cry. They need to show the reality. They need to show what's going on, unfortunately, because otherwise people will not listen, right? The problem being, they weren't real. These videos were entirely AI generated. I was unable to figure out whether they were based on a real image or video that had been manipulated But the general basis of it is this woman, whether she may or may not exist, is being AI manipulated to say really positive things about this company, drop their brand name, and talk about how you should be giving them money buying their products because the money will go to her, right? To her who may or may not exist. To her who does not have any knowledge whatsoever of this company existing, and now the company's name is being forced into her mouth. Icky. Absolutely icky and disgusting, right? So I click on this website. I'm prepared. I'm immediately prepared for it to be drop-shipped garbage. And you know what I find? Drop-shipped garbage. Absolute fucking garbage, right? The only product that they have on their store is this one shirt. Now, this one shirt is drop-shipped directly from AliExpress. It is worth $6, right? Keep that in mind, $6. Now, they are reselling it for $25. This sounds okay, right? You think, you do the math in your head, $6 shirt, they're reselling it for 25 bucks. They're making like 19 bucks, right? And that's going to Gaza. Amazing, amazing. Give all the money to Palestine. Scam as many people as you need as long as that money is going to victims of genocide, right? Right. Wrong. Absolutely fucking wrong. Their website, their TikTok, you name it, all use very specific phrasing, and that phrasing is a percentage of proceeds goes to charities in Gaza. A percentage, right? What is that percentage, you may ask? And I may answer, nobody fucking knows. Nobody knows. It could be 1%. It could be 99%. If it was 100%, they would tell you. They would say all proceeds, all profits go towards Palestine. But they don't. It's a percentage, right? It's an unknown percentage that we're not allowed to know about, right? Now, this would be okay if they had workers to pay, if they had bills to pay, if they had packaging to pay for, if they had advertising and running costs to cover. But this is dropshipping, remember? They are not doing anything. Nothing. They're posting TikToks, AI-generated TikToks, and they are dropshipping the shirt. Nobody is touching it. Nobody's taking any transactions. They didn't even make the website, right? Nothing is being done by this TikTok user besides posting TikToks. So why should they keep any of the profit? I can't imagine sitting down and having a conversation with this person and saying, how do you make your money? And they say, I make profit from selling products based on sympathy for victims of a genocide. Like, really drive that into your brain. They make profit and they keep profit. A percentage goes to charity, supposedly. We'll touch on that. A percentage goes to charity. The rest of it, they keep it. What are they doing with it? I don't fucking know. Hosting their Minecraft server, something, right? They are keeping whatever money they make from selling these shitty, ugly fucking shirts, if they are selling any at all. So I thought, all that aside, what charities are they actually donating to? Because if you're donating, or you have a partnership, or you have a family that you are directly supporting, you're saying that each shirt equals a meal to a Palestinian, right? So what do you have to back that up? What is the charity, right? Who? If you're so proud, and if you want people to trust you and donate, where's it going? My friend, my dear viewer, let me tell you the answer. We don't know. We don't fucking know. We have no idea. They don't know either. They don't tell us. It's not listed anywhere. In their website description, they very loosely, briefly mention a specific charity. That's it. No receipts. No logos. No links. Not directing anybody to any actual helpful, useful charity. Where is it going? God fucking knows. Is there proof of it going there? Absolutely fucking not. Did I email them asking for proof? Yes. Did I receive a response? No. So this video was originally going to be a deep dive into whether this is actually supporting Palestine or not, but I can tell you flat out, directly, absolutely fucking not. And if they are, any good that they are doing is 100% outweighed by the fact that they are taking the faces of Palestinian women suffering and AI generating them to drop their username for free advertisement. Genuinely, right? Like, face to face here right now. Ignore my unblended nose contour. Genuinely. What the fuck? Videos like this trivialize the real suffering of the people that are shown. Whether they are real or not, they are a representation of actual victims who are actually suffering in these conditions. When someone uses Palestine as a prop for these videos, it reduces a complex, painful issue to entertainment. People are losing their homes, their families, their lives. This is not content. This is not a brand. This is a reality that deserves respect. With these videos being AI generated, it's not only disrespectful, but it is extremely oversimplified and potentially spreading inaccurate takes and situations that don't exist or don't happen. Now, this contributes, unfortunately, to the comments and opinions of people who are saying that the entire Palestine conflict is fabricated. There are a lot of people with the mindset online that this is not real, this is not happening, people are not suffering, they are not the victims. And when you start making fake videos of supposed victims, this only fuels what they are saying. You are showing them that not everything they see is real, and this is extremely fucking harmful. I don't even think I need to explain why, like you're a toddler, but if somebody does not already believe that these people need help, and you're creating fake people that need help, if they had even an ounce of a possibility of contributing or helping or spreading awareness in any way, it is now gone. Absolutely fucking gone. And I know that we don't need to be pandering to these people or creating content for these people, but the least you can do is not fuel the fact that AI generated slop does not help raise awareness, because it's not real. There's nothing to be aware of in this TikTok. This is not advocacy, this is opportunism. When content like this floods the algorithm, it overshadows the voices of actual Palestinian individuals or informed activists who are trying to share real stories and solutions. The noise makes it harder for the truth to break through. Awareness isn't about just like slapping a hashtag or a donation link onto a video, it's about understanding, amplifying the right voices, and taking meaningful action. You may have noticed that on my TikTok I have recently, and also in the past, posted about Palestine. I have slapped a link onto it, but that's not where I leave it, right? That's where a lot of people feel comfortable leaving it, but that's not the end all be all. That's not how anything is solved. That's not how people learn, right? 99% of people will scroll past that. I personally directly work with a family in Palestine. I have contacts with the father, and I repost his videos on the regular to use my reach and my audience and sort of funnel them towards somebody who knows more, somebody who can say more, and somebody who can show the reality of what is actually happening. Because some bitch with purple hair telling you about Palestine is not as effective as you actually learning about what is genuinely happening in Palestine from people who are in Palestine. And I'm not saying that this person doesn't care. I'm sure that on some level they care, but it very heavily feels like they saw an opportunity. They saw a bunch of people donating money, and they figured out that they could be some kind of a middleman there, and they could sort of funnel some of that cash to themselves, right? And if they truly, genuinely wanted to have an impact, wanted to have a positive hand in this situation, they would be amplifying Palestinian voices or organizations like the UNRWA or grassroots activists who are directly involved with the situation. They'll be sharing their content and their links instead of these weird fucking fake AI videos. It's so easy to find a video on TikTok of a real victim, and I'm not saying that you should use these for your advertisements, but the very least you can do is repost them instead of taking one and AI changing it up. So this woman who is genuinely crying, like, because her entire life has just been fucking decimated, and putting your brand name into her mouth. Every time I bring it up, I feel sick. It's so fucking weird to do. At the end of the day, using a crisis like Palestine for TikTok clout isn't just tasteless, it is harmful. It drowns out real voices, spreads confusion, and turns a tragedy into a trend. Until I actually get a response from this creator, this store, whether they saw my emails, they're intentionally ignoring them, I don't know. Until then, I cannot make a direct confirmation about whether they are actually legitimate or not, whether they are actually donating to charities, whether anything is actually being done. But on a surface level, their actions and shady marketing seem to outweigh any potential benefits from this kind of account. I want to be extremely clear here, right? If you want to support Palestine, you need to support Palestine directly. You should not be sending your money through anybody else, through an influencer. No, unless they have proven ties to a direct tie to a charity or a family who is getting this money directly and there is proof of this. No, absolutely not. Do not send your money to somebody else to do the work for you. I'm going to leave some links in the description, but it's also very easy to find your own if you want to provide a specific need, whether that be food, clothing, housing, etc., etc. There are different outlets for that, but you need to be donating directly to a charity, a legitimate charity. Unfortunately, a lot of people like to take advantage of this situation and they create fake links or they take a percentage, etc., etc. They're creating like GoFundMes and then not actually giving the money to the people that it is promised to. You need to ensure that you can track your money. This is for any kind of donating, really, but really specifically with this situation in this context, a trail. There needs to be a trail showing directly where your money is going, who's going to, what they're doing with it. Okay? And stores like this, none of that exists. There is nothing, not even a single proof, a single screenshot, a single link. They're not promoting A, any of the charities that they work with. B, they're not showing any of the aid that they are providing. C, they're making extremely bold claims about how every sale turns into a meal or housing or saving a life. Nothing, no proof of that. No proof of that at all. If you are genuinely working with Palestinian charities and Palestinian families, there needs to be some sort of conversation about that, right? At the end of the day, putting words and brand names specifically into the mouths of Palestinian women, Palestinians in general, any victim of anything ever, is insane. Disgusting. Beyond disgusting. It's like, I can't even describe how gross that is, but I think you can feel it right now, right? Like, man to man, you can feel it in your bones right now, how wrong that is, right? One jersey equals one Palestinian life saved is an extremely bold claim to make, especially with no proof. I'm not saying that every charity needs to prove every action that they take, because obviously that is a huge mental and physical load to collect proof of every single action that you do, right? But at the very least, charities have proof of boots on the ground or things, food, items, clothing sent to the people who need it. They have no direct links to Palestinian relief charities. They have no actual way to track their sales or their impact. In reality, a life costs a lot more than a portion of profits from a dropship shirt on TikTok. There are much more immediate and effective ways to ensure that care is provided to those who need it. If you know of any real Palestinian women or families on TikTok, please share them in the comments so that we can boost their content directly instead of this AI-generated slop. I don't know how to end this video because it's not a fun one, it's not a funny one, but I am just going to make it very clear that profiting from victims of an actual, humanitarian crisis is fucking disgusting. I'm going to do everything in my power to ensure that this video, specifically the description, is a hub of links and places you can go to have actual, immediate direct relief to people in Palestine, right? Not AI-generated individuals, genuine living people in Palestine who are suffering. And I hope if you take anything from this video, it is that you should not trust everything at face value, but I will say, I will share a little anecdote here. I personally have been scammed before in the sense of a donation scam. Now, if you are a person with goodwill and you see something on TikTok, somebody who requires money, somebody who requires support, a lot of us will give it. If we have the spare money, we will give it. And I have done this on multiple occasions, and more than once, I have found out a week or so later that they are not legitimate. However, as somebody who's been through this, I will say this to you. If you feel like you should donate, do it. If you feel like it might be a little bit off, try somewhere else to donate. If you can't, do it anyway. Because what is worse? Not donating, never helping anybody because you're scared that it might not be real, or accidentally donating to somebody who's fake. One of these situations, you are potentially helping people in need. One of these situations, nobody's being helped, you know? And I personally value that help over potentially being scammed. For me, it's $10. boohoo, oh no, I lost $10 to a scam, or I have comfortably donated $10 to somebody who may need it. Even if it's a scam, the potential that somebody is being helped is worth more to me, and I am glad that somebody has this money. See what I'm saying? So I'm not saying to avoid every Palestinian donation situation you see on TikTok. I'm just saying be extremely wary. Do your research. If you can't confirm it, there are other places to donate, but do not just stop donating. That's not what I'm saying, and please don't take that away from this video. I love you so much.